Hello, friends and family and anybody else that may join in for this. We're going to live stream the week 4 of the Farmall Challenge.
I have my pajamas on. Sorry.
And Belle is apparently going to join us. Come on.
Come on, Mick.
So we're going to live stream this and talk about the race and do the AMA, ask me anything sort of thing.
Oh, okay.
Ask
Who,
us
me?
anything. Well, if anybody wants to ask us anything.
Oh, got it. Okay.
All that good stuff. I'm gonna send the link to our some families members.
Have to do that.
Well, you know, why not? I think you look great with your pajamas on. That is the perfect way to do this. Is in pajamas.
Okay.
Don't you agree?
Yes. And we just got done doing our workout on our on our trainers. So we did a race today to test our
what did we test?
Fitness.
Our fitness.
We're testing our fitness to see.
We did test our fitness.
Yes, we did.
We did. But you did discover that your 30-minute power is now around 135 watts.
Yeah. I'm steadily going up.
So that's super awesome.
Yeah.
That makes the mountain biking easier. Alright. So let's get into week 4 of Farmall 2024.
Yep.
The weather was hot.
The weather was hot, and so you've had everything. You've had cold and rainy. You've had wet and muddy. You've had steaming hot, and yeah.
I think the wet and rainy was the worst.
Oh, there's the hummingbird. Oh, he's so happy. Sorry.
Is it still there?
Yeah, he's on the other side. You can't see
he's
him.
on the other side. Watch what we can do though. There's a hummingbird out there, guys. Here goes.
Oh yeah, I got him! Yay!
Somebody clip it.
I have been like all about the hummingbird, so I've been every time I go out and we're like by a nursery or something or Home Depot, I'm like, wait, I gotta get this plant and this flower and this because hummingbirds like this stuff. So
yes. All right, I'm gonna push play on the video and
okay.
get this underway here. There's an intro done by Annie.
Hi guys.
We're at Farmall week 4. This is the last one on this crazy epic course that goes down past the woodpile. It's not raining, thankfully. Thankfully.
But it's 90 degrees and sunny.
Yep. What do you think, Annie? What should the time be today?
45.
45. Annie thinks 45. We've done 2 53s and a 40. Annie was dreaming. 45.
Well, yeah.
3, 2, 1, go! Okay, it wasn't that fast. There's the horn! We didn't get the cannon start, though.
No, you did not, but it's probably a good thing because it scared the heck out of all of the spectators. And the thing was, we knew it was coming. We knew it, you know, because he had us all move out of the way. And I don't know what we thought we were going to hear, but holy crap. Annie and I jumped like 10 feet off the ground. And it was like, my heart was like, it stopped for a minute.
Well, see, you had the advantage. You at least knew that it was coming. So,
Yeah.
so we're all standing in the, you know, getting ready, you know, in the corral, and it goes off, and most of us jumped about 10 feet because we had no idea that it was coming. There was guys behind me diving for cover. All right, so I told myself that I was going to go out a little hard, and I didn't go out really hard. And as you'll see in a minute, I end up behind the yellow bike again. I do. I end up behind the yellow bike again.
Okay.
Are you scooting in closer here?
Oh, no, you're good. You're good.
Okay. I can scoot a little.
Nope. It's good. That's good.
I can definitely scoot.
Nope, we're good.
I like this hill. This hill was fun. You missed this hill.
I did. I did not. I went to all 4 races, ventured out a little bit. Annie and I were adventurous a little bit, but I did not go to this end of the course. So I didn't see.
This was like just no brakes.
Yeah.
I know the Garmin said like 30 miles an hour just about every time down. But this week it was a little scary, like coming in to stop.
Yeah.
Because there had been so many people that have, just breaking through there that it was getting bumpy. Like, it, what was it? Like braking bumps? I mean, it was getting bumpy in there. It was a little sketchy.
Sorry.
Up we go.
Yep.
So, if you haven't watched the other ones, the course is 5 miles with like 950 feet of climbing.
Yep.
The organizers lied. They said it was only 700. But, we lived.
900.
900.
You got 900 every time. All 4 times it was 900 plus.
900 plus. 900 plus. We at least got to ride it this week.
Yeah, this is true. If you watch the video from last week, it was like traffic jam, complete stop.
We're all walking. We're all walking.
There was this long line of everybody was just, hiking the bike up the hill.
Slowly at that. It was very slow at that. So the guy that's directly in front of me is one of the kids, and I believe he does some pretty healthy racing. He's quite fast, and I think he just randomly showed up this week and said I'm gonna race. And he eventually goes by and was like just gone.
Yeah.
It was kind of fun. It was kind of fun to watch the kids because there were quite a few out there, and they were really strong riders.
Yep.
It made me feel not so strong.
How does this happen? I'm in a familiar position again.
Yep, we're here again. Follow along. Ooh, what was that bump? I think the mount is a little...
Okay. So, as you're pedaling your way through this section, Annie and I are casually making our way down to the first location in which we wanted to capture you.
Yep.
Of course, we were going at Annie's speed. So, at Annie's speed, I looked down to see your live tracker, and I'm like, oh my gosh, if we don't hurry, we're gonna miss you.
Oh yeah, because you had watched it, the live. so Garmin's got the live track feature, and that's right, you had watched, so you knew exactly.
Yeah,
exactly when I was gonna get to where you wanted.
I know, and I'm like, come on, Annie, let's go. I'm like taking, I'm slightly taller than Annie, so I'm taking, gigantic strides, and she's like going, trying to catch up with me. And then I'm, like, don't step in the poison ivy, which, by the way, I never did tell you. I was so worried that we were both going to have it because this first shot where we say hello to you,
yeah.
I'm pretty sure we were walking through poison ivy. We weren't paying any attention because I
Oh
was
yeah,
all about...
oh yeah, for sure. At this point of the season, it wouldn't surprise me that there's a whole bunch out there.
Oh, but we were like, oh no. I'm like, hurry up, let's get up this hill. Hurry up. And I mean, literally, we came up to the top of it, and there you were.
Oh, is that the first? The first turn?
The first turn? Yeah.
Which is not quite here.
Oh, coming soon, though.
Coming soon, yeah. This was steep. This is very, very steep. And it definitely took about what we had to get up it. This poor guy in front of me, who I'd been following for weeks, he was a little slower this week, which is okay. But later on, I felt like I probably should have gone by him sooner, and I probably could have made Annie's 45 because I felt really good this week. That's all right. It was a steady ride, and I knew where I was. Don't lick that, you Goomba.
Where'd Nick go?
Nick's hiding. He's like, you guys are doing something weird. So, for those that have been around a little while, this is Belle, or that haven't met Belle. Belle is a multi-poo. A multi-poo. She turned 3 this week, as I turned 46.
You're a big birthday girl. Yeah.
Yep.
She's a daddy's girl, actually.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know what I was talking about here. Not sure.
Honey, you talk the whole time. So it's like...
I can actually talk this week. I can actually talk this week.
It's funny because, you know, I don't know if anyone's listening to you, but you just talky. Like the first race, you know, I hear him yelling something about, I want cheeseburger and fries or something. I'm like, geez.
So there's the same group of people that I rode by every week. And I don't know, I got talking about cheeseburgers and fries with them in the first week. I half expected them to show up with cheeseburgers and fries this week.
So we brought the bug spray for this last ride. It was 90 plus degrees all day long. And the week before, while I was out there in the rain, it wasn't so bad. But the week prior to that, I'm like, oh gosh, there's like stuff whizzing by my face and my head. And
oh, sure.
so.
Oh, here you are. There you are. They're on the left.
Oh, you missed
it.
Yeah, see? We almost missed it. I mean, literally, I'm like dragging her along.
That's my daughter.
Did she bring the bell?
She did bring the bell. We need to teach Annie when she brings the cowbell. She's got to be much faster and much louder with the cowbell.
Yeah.
Right? That's the key with the cowbell, right?
Yeah.
You got to be just loud.
So last week, I used about the week before this one. I used a bell. It was on my.
I'm trying to yell to Annie so we can hear the cowbell up the hill.
I'm using an app on my something on my phone to play a cowbell, and so I think as soon as we got in the car, I was on shopping at Amazon looking for a cowbell. So I got one. Wasn't quite aware of how big and loud it was going to be. So I was kind of grateful she wasn't ringing it super loud. But
that's the whole point.
I know, but it was like there were people videotaping their loved ones, their children, their husbands, whatever, wives, you know, better halves, whatever, and she's like, okay, cool. But I will say this.
Do you have opinions out there? Is more cowbell better?
Well, no, wait a minute, because when riders would go by and she's ringing it, they're like, thank you.
Exactly.
And I'm like, so I let her ring it as loud as she wanted to.
Exactly.
But at first, I was a little concerned that I would be irritating people. You know? And
no, I don't think you can really irritate anybody with a cowbell at a bike race.
No.
I don't think so.
No, the riders love it. And exactly. I kept telling her that because I think she was a little shy with it.
She was, because I heard her when I went by, but not the way I was expecting Annie to ring the cowbell.
She got better at it, trust me. She got better at it, and I got further away from her.
Coming up, I think, is where the wood... Is this where the wood bridge is? So the first 3 weeks I kept saying, I'm going to jump this, I'm going to jump this, I'm going to jump this. No, we didn't miss it yet, I don't think. And then I kept not jumping it. I kept wimping out when I would get to it. I'd be like, no, this isn't happening. Maybe I missed it already. But I finally did. It's got to be coming up here.
I thought we were talking about cowbells. I lost track.
Me too. We're just hanging out, having a good time. I hope you guys are enjoying the race. We have no idea what place we're in. We don't. We did. We finished the first week in 53 minutes. Second week we finished in 49 minutes. Third week in the rain, in the mud, we did 53 minutes. This week Annie said 45. I don't remember what it actually ended up being.
You were under 50. Was what,
I'll look it up.
48
I'll look
or
it up and tell you
49?
guys later.
48 or 49?
Something like
Yeah.
that. Something like that. I did miss the bridge jump, I think.
Oh, sorry.
Shoot, I did. Anyways, if you go back in the video later, you can see that I actually jumped the little bridge jump. It's probably about 6 foot wide. Well, 6 foot long, not 6 foot wide. Like a little gap bridge. You could ride over it, but everybody was jumping it, so I went for it. This part sucked.
What, honey? It what?
It sucked.
Oh, God, it's like a switchback straight up.
The GPS is saying, 15%, 17%. It's like, really?
Yeah.
Best part of
This leads to my favorite part, though. This is called Berm Valley. This is my favorite part of the entire course. So it was fun. I got a message on the 3rd week video because I was asking about what all the trail names meant. So one of the organizers or volunteers, Todd, he posted what all the trail names meant. So that was kind of super cool to read. But this is Berm Valley basically because it's a whole bunch of berms in a valley. That was the
Nice.
that was the simple part of this one. Air.
All right. So we used to, speaking of jumps, so our headsets used to pick up whenever Chris would get airborne on jumps, and it would beep. And I'm like, he jumped. Now I can't hear it anymore. We have different headsets and or whatever the heck they are, and now I can't hear it. So I'm kind of bummed because it was always it was nice to share in that with you.
Oh yeah, because I try and jump everything
Yes, I know.
nowadays. Yeah, we were using the Senna Pi headset, Bluetooth headset, so that we could talk back and forth while we're riding. But I broke mine. I broke the little mount. So we decided, why don't we just buy nice bone conducting headphones? So we bought the Shocks Open Run Pros, and then just call each other so that we could actually talk to each other while we're riding. We don't have to turn our head around and screaming back. And it works really, really good for us. But they don't pick up the Garmin beeps
No,
when I jump anymore.
they don't.
But I don't have to stay within 500 feet of you either anymore.
No, that's good. Well, initially this biking thing for us started out on the road biking, and so
I think we've been riding that long already.
it was, and we were riding really long, so it was nice to be able to talk to each other.
Yeah, nice in the fact that we could talk just normally, like we were just sitting next to each other. We didn't have to yell or be super loud or anything ridiculous like that. So if you ride with a group of people, then look into something like that because it makes it so much nicer.
It does. It does.
But thanks for hanging out with us. If you've joined us, we appreciate it. I like the spot. A couple jumps. Boop. Boop. Except that one was a little sketchy this week. But yeah, if you're hanging out with us, don't forget to hit the like button. And if you are a subscriber, thank you. We appreciate that. If you're not, well, you can hit that button too, if you would like to.
I don't know.
we do this just for fun. I think this might be the first time we've actually streamed anything, though.
Yeah, I tried to do it in the rain while I was sitting in the car last week. It was raining, and I was laughing at Chris and the group of riders that were going by me, soaking wet, like, in the nice dry car. But I'm not quite sure.
You're in the.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You streamed for like 3 seconds, saying, "Oh yeah, sure, I'll
Something I don't. It was
something about the weather."
yeah.
That much was something. Yeah. I actually think we ended up deleting that.
Oh, okay.
Because it didn't make any sense.
No, it didn't. I'm not the tech guy in the family.
Well, it's not so much that you're not the tech guy, just it didn't make any sense.
No.
We're at 2.
It was
So
3 left.
the trail is starting to fill in and very pretty. I mean, I know it's not something you're really paying to while you're
on page.
suffering,
Let's see.
but But when I watch it, it looks
My
great.
heart rate was not pinned at 175 this week.
Good. And that's pretty good.
We were riding at a decent pace. It felt like we were going faster than we had been going. It wasn't muddy.
Yep.
The dirt was actually really good because it had dried out. Here it is.
There it is.
Hey! All right, it wasn't a huge jump, but we went off it. It had dried out real nice, but the dirt was damp enough. It was like that hero dirt where you had really good traction, and you could just
I
go.
wonder if they rolled the whole course, or at least parts of it.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure they did some work.
They had to have, because look at
on Peanut Butter Hill. They had to have, because it was ugly last week.
And it's pretty good shape considering you've had 100 plus bikers riding on this thing 4 weeks in a row with all kinds of weather.
Oh yeah, it's in fantastic shape. I think I want to say there was 121.
Yeah, this last
this
week, I had the most. Of course, it was our.
I'll tell you in a second.
Fair weather friends who didn't want to come out in any of the.
There were 121 riders this last week.
Yep. So it was nice weather.
There were 41 that did one lap, the beginner groups. There was 61 that did the 2 laps and 19 that did 3 laps. I can't even imagine doing 3 laps. I can't imagine doing 2 laps.
Well, for those of you who were doing 2 laps and would appreciate this, as I was watching people come by, there were a few that said, no, I might have bit off more than I can chew here. I think I'm just going to stop with 1. So
Next year we'll make the attempt at 2 laps. Next year you need to ride it.
I don't do anything.
I do
what I want to do.
Oh, well, agreed.
I am not, yeah. So, for me, yeah.
No, huh? You are thinking about doing the next one, though.
Do the ups. I'm just not a good downhill.
True.
I'm not real good with technical. This one isn't that technical. I think it can manage the technical pieces.
Yeah.
But I would feel like if there was someone behind me, I would be holding them up when we would go down, because although I should have done it, I would have won in my age group.
Yeah, I think all you would have had to have done is finish.
Could have walked it. No,
I'm pretty sure.
That's because this is not. This was just based on everything you've said, and then watching it, and then the elevation, and it's hard. And I'm very competitive.
This is SpaceX because
Why?
there was a couple big jumps on it. Like when you come up around this corner. Yeah. And I didn't do this one. Four times through it, I skipped it. Right here, you hit that jump, you're landing somewhere down about there.
Oh yes, you've told me that.
You would go a long ways, a very long ways.
I can see wanting some speed though. Back up.
Oh sure.
So I don't know. I don't remember the young guy's name in the bright
Elliot. Yep.
Yellow green shirt, but I always looked for him, and I always knew that you were not too far behind.
That I was close.
Yeah.
So the 3 of us, so Elliot, who's in the lime green, and then I don't know this guy's name. You'd think I would have asked him. The 3 of us ended up pretty much together all 4 weeks.
Yeah.
It was like it just landed out, just same pace kind of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, we were all out to try and do well, but it was more like we were all out to finish more than.
Were you sitting or standing up?
Sitting. Definitely sitting there. But I don't think I had gotten the dropper post all the way back up.
Okay,
so this trail is called Hydro.
Yes.
The reason why it is called hydro is down a little bit further. There's the two ponds.
Yep.
And I guess there was some kind of dam that they had either put in to help with the ponds or replaced. And that's why it's called hydro.
Yeah, nice. We just went over a little couple logs.
Little couple log things.
Yeah.
There's another one coming up here later. What was
A little
it?
feature
Was
there.
it last week or 2 weeks ago? The one guy in front of me, he got to it. And I just see him turn his head around and he goes, "Nope," as he jumps off.
Yeah.
Made me laugh.
You have those moments.
Yep.
Everybody does.
This little up right
Yeah.
here almost got me every time. Every time we got to it.
I've screwed that hill up every time.
See?
How come?
I don't know why. It's like it just kind of snuck up on us.
Just maybe where it's
Yeah, like it's like around a corner and yeah, it just kind of snuck up on us a little.
Okay.
Sorry. Oh my gosh, you're yawning. I'm sorry.
I'm yawning.
Are we that boring?
No, just past my bedtime. That's what happens when you get old.
Yep.
Oh, we've been busy.
We have been busy today. We did some shopping today. We did a small amount of yard work. We worked out. We did a race on Zwift.
Good.
That was
Oh.
our adventure today. All right, so there's the two ponds. There's the one on the left, and then I think there's another one down below on the right. So this is kind of like the dam, I believe, is kind of where that's at. But then now we get to what's called Peanut Butter Hill, and if you guys have watched week 1 or week 3, you'll know that this section turns into peanut butter when you get it wet, and that's pretty much the entire way up here. This week it was easy. It was actually easy to ride up this week.
No barking.
I can hear you.
Ew.
Come on, if you're coming up here.
You got a dirty face,
Come on.
Missy.
Come on. Come on. Alright, Belle's back. Belle is back. Alright, we're going up. And then there's, when we get to the top up here, there's actually a... Oh yeah, you can see it in the back there. I think that was Jessica, who was one of our roots coaches, going over probably the hardest log over on the whole thing, because it's kind of a little tricky. So on the left, they put them 2 logs there after the first week, after most of us went around it. It's like the second week we showed up and there's these 2 big giant logs there saying, "No, you're not going around this anymore. You are going over it." So we all had to figure out how to go over it. Alright, so next up on our race calendar, because we're going to race some more this year, we're thinking of doing one of the weeks of Arrowhead.
Yeah, we have conflicts on well, Wednesday nights is the kids and roots, so
Yep.
I don't want to take them 4 weeks in a row out of that. So, but we might participate in one of the Wednesdays of the 4.
I think there's 3 of that one. I think there's only 3. But I think we may actually have convinced the kids to try that one. Annie, after watching some of the video the other day of that course,
Yeah,
she was a little more interested in it.
we'll have to find out. I don't know. Maybe you out there know. Can parents ride with their kids or how does that work? Or, I mean, I would be a little bit uncomfortable having someone
Oh yeah,
her
having
age
having Annie on.
by herself, without.
True.
I don't know that she would do it actually without. Or me
Yeah, I don't know.
with her.
I don't know. I guess it depends on which of her other little friends are there.
Is this the enduro, the downhill one? The
No,
enduro?
no. The Arrowhead course, when we watched the video, was fairly flat with like one climb, similar to probably. It looks similar to maybe riding up like Jasper. It didn't, or there might be 2 climbs like that, but it was pretty flat, pretty pedally.
On your left.
All right, there you go.
All right, there we go. So I said I'm going to get Elliot, who's up there in the lime green. I was not gonna let him beat me. So we went chasing Elliot down. And then at the end of June, there's Mendon Acres, which is just a 1 day this year.
Sunday, the 30th?
Yep. Sunday the 30th. We're gonna do Mendon Acres, which you may or may not try.
Well, if they didn't put that darn hill in to start, I would consider it. But you gotta go like half a mile up. Okay, it's not half a mile.
It's not half a mile.
All right, so whatever it is, it's long and grindy before you even get into the actual woods. So you're out in the middle of a cornfield.
Yes.
Going up a hill.
Yes.
And I saw you at the top of that hill when you got up to the top.
I know, when I did at the end of last summer.
Yeah, you were not happy.
I wasn't happy because I was not even like. I said
so unhappy.
I said I'm gonna do this race.
Yes, you did.
Series, and I did it, and I paid for it, and it hurt.
Oh no!
It hurt bad.
His face was. Well, it was in July last year, right? Or end of June, July.
Yes.
Hot.
And a couple of them got pushed because of the wildfire smoke.
And it was hot, and your face was so red.
Yes. So we're gonna do that one. That's the end of June. The kids and Gigi will actually get a chance to ride that course next weekend, as we've got a special Roots ride planned. Which is Roots, if you guys don't know, is the kids mountain bike club in the area that has about 100 kids in it. And once a week, we get together for riding. The kids are broken up into age groups and skill groups, and role models are teaching and kids are learning, and it's just awesome because the kids have a blast. But they scheduled, got with the owners of the farm and scheduled a special ride just for Roots next weekend. So kind of a fun ride.
And I totally ignored you when you said that they let a group opened this course up for a group of women in advance to try.
Just to ride on? Yeah.
I thought that was cool.
Yep. No, that was super cool. All right, where are we at here? Oh, we caught back up to Elliot. We made it over the log that I had fallen over twice.
Yes, you did. You ramped up a little bit and went right over it. Belly, that's enough.
Sorry for the dog.
Yes.
All right, so we're just kind of cruising along here. Again, I don't know what place we're in. I couldn't tell you. Once you get out there, you can't really tell. Belle. Goodness.
Awfully loud.
But this is another kind of cool section of the course with some pretty healthy downs and ups. And we got hung up here. Was it this one we went down? No, not this one. There's one coming up here where we went down and there was somebody stuck at the top. It splits into a 3 spot. And I was following right here. And we went down the middle and there was somebody stuck there.
Oh jeez.
It's like we were flying. We could have gone either side and we would have gone right by, but I was following. I was the follower.
One more. Thanks, man. Come on, Elliot, we got this.
So we're climbing again.
Anybody watch you?
We rode just like this last week for what felt like miles.
Oh yeah, the UCI World Cup.
Yeah. Vegan.
Yep,
Pretty
that
cool.
was good. Don't tell me the results.
Long track. I don't even know how they did that. If you haven't watched it, get on. Watch it.
Missed
It is like the most. I couldn't even walk up and down that course. I don't know how anybody would ride their bike.
I don't. Right?
I mean, it was. And then you know me. I'm like, and then on top of that, they're clipped in. My God. You know, my first experience with being clipped in was on my road bike, and first time I fell, I was going about 0 miles an hour. We were at a stop sign, got ready to go. I thought he was going, wasn't going. I hit his back wheel. I went over. bike was, up in the air, stuck with my feet still clipped in. So I can't imagine clipping in on a mountain bike. Just, I know people do it, and it's amazing, but...
I did week 1, and I said, I'm going to do this, because I could do it, and it was... I probably should have did it before I went and raced, because it was quite uncomfortable.
He was like, oh, no, I'm just gonna... I'm like, are you sure? I kept asking you, are you sure you really want to do that?
I know you did.
Sure?
I know you kept asking me. And I said, yeah, I'm going to do this. And it was a great idea for about 5 minutes until I had to actually stop. And then I was in panic mode. I knew how to clip out. I knew what I was doing.
Yeah, well.
But I was kind of, I panicked a couple times. I rode flats for the next 3 weeks. Because that was just the smarter thing to do. It was a much smarter thing to do. I ended up much more comfortable.
Well, that's good. Well, yeah, because then you didn't have on the back of your mind worrying about if you slip or whatever, you got to get clipped out to get.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's unpredictable. You don't know, really.
Right?
Until it starts to happen.
Yeah, I think if I did it a little more, I don't think it would be so awkward.
Right.
This section was pretty fast. You could pretty much no brakes from the top of that first hill all the way down and not even slow down until you got to somewhere right about here is where I started pedaling again. But you could no brake that first whole section and just coast. That was the cool part about the downhills it was like riding a roller coaster the whole time.
Yeah.
I mean, you could just go. I mean, we were
you could say this is there's no catch your breath anymore.
No, not really.
Go
not
down,
really.
going right back up.
Yeah,
there are no flats anywhere.
It's definitely hard. So if you haven't heard in the other videos, so the Farmall Hill Challenge is the race series. The course is private. It's all on private property, so it's not just something you can show up and just say, "Oh, I'm gonna ride here." But the landowners and the volunteers that are, it must be all family members, I'm assuming, have built this massive trail complex in the back on these properties, and it's so cool. So if you're in the area or you want a cool race series to travel to, to race, look it up and try it next year. It's definitely worth it. It's very, very, very fun. Very hard. Why are you still barking?
I touched her.
Ugh, goofball.
I touched you, didn't I? No offense.
Goofball. Alright, so we're coming up to
You can punch.
the next wicked, nasty climb, I think. No, not yet. Nope, not yet. We got one more little zip around and down, I think, before we get to the massive. It's Bob's Hill? Bob's Hill. No, is it Bob's Hill? No, John's Hill. I don't remember.
John, Bob, and Joe, whatever. Name them as you go.
There's a sign. I'll read it when we get to it. This is probably the worst and the hardest climb on the entire course.
Here?
This one coming up right here.
Oh.
This is, what's the sign say? John's Hill. John's Hill.
John's Hill.
So John's Hill is named after one of the owners of the property, and it is.
Well, you just gave up.
Oh yeah. I most people that I got to riding behind did just get off and walk up this hill. It's not easy. Last week in the wet, I think every person in front of me got off. And there was just people walking up, and they were just stopped on the side of the trail, kind of like this. And
nature break.
I did manage to make it up in the wet. I did make it up this week. But as you can tell, Elliot's walking faster than I'm riding, so...
Yeah. Gotta put it in perspective, right?
It was faster to walk. But I did make it. We didn't see you guys see you guys again for a while.
Well, I didn't. So,
I'm not sure where you ended up.
well, we ended up where you go back and forth a couple of times, and then you do the back out into the start area, sort of, where you do that drop. Well, that's because a week before,
this poor kid had a chain issue. He was okay. He
ended up carrying his bike the whole way back.
He did?
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
I had asked him and a couple other people, as I heard,
sure
asked if they were okay, if he was okay and needed any help, and he said, no, I'm good. Had I known that he was going to have to carry his bike back, I would have stopped and
I saw
put
him
it back
come
together
in.
for him.
No, I saw him. I mean, he was carrying it when I saw him over at the finish line.
Oh, shoot.
So now I don't know if that meant it kept dropping his chain
Well,
or what was going on.
I glanced as I went, but I think his chain went up off the big sprocket and was jammed on the backside. That's what I think happened. But I did ask, and so now I feel bad that
Sorry.
I really didn't stop.
I did see him at the end. He was carrying his bike.
Oh, shoot, that's a bummer.
But I, again, don't know whether or not he ended up having to carry it the whole way back, or if it was just
Okay.
Yeah, so I was afraid so last week I went down too far, and I missed you at about the 3 mile mark when you were going, back and forth that area.
Yep.
I was down too far, so I missed you. And so by the time I got up there, I don't know where or how. All I can tell you is when you're on foot and you're back, I have no idea where I'm going.
I know. It's
like the first or the second week, I started following people, but then it was like all of a sudden I was alone out in the middle of nowhere, and I'm
waiting for the axe murderer to show up.
I'm like, I have really no clue where I'm at. I don't see any trails. I don't see any bikes. I don't see any people.
There's no cowbells.
There's no cowbells. There's nothing, guiding me home. So I didn't want to venture too far because I didn't, I tried to kind of follow people around a little bit, but I just got comfortable where we were.
Oh, sure. This was a cool little jump here, too.
Yeah.
This was kind of a fun little...
Yeah, there we are. Yeah, there we are.
Hey, there's the bell. Woohoo!
I'm like, ring it. And I'm like, oh, look at that nice hill you gotta go up.
Well, this was the easy part of that hill.
No, the turn, when you go up here and turn.
Yeah, when you take the right-hand turn. Yeah. Did you walk up there?
I did walk up there. I
mean,
walked
like
up
this.
there, but I didn't realize, again, that I had already missed you. That was like maybe the second.
Yeah, you make this right-hand turn. You can even, that looks steep on the GoPro.
Yeah, no, it was like straight down. I was like, oh my God. I was up here at the top, and I'm like, what?
That's funny that actually looks steep on the GoPro. That's hilarious.
It was just like it looked like a cliff. Like it
yeah,
just went off a cliff.
It was. Because usually things don't look that steep on a GoPro. Not at all.
Here again, so ring.
Annie's, ring that thing louder. Oh, it's funny. It's super funny. I still can't believe how steep that one hill was.
Yeah, I don't know how you got up through that.
Not easy. Not easy. What? Well, it's like on Friday, I wrote up something that I had never been able to write up before that I was like, no way, not happening. And I managed to get all the way up it. So, I don't know. We'll see. And we went up to the Whiting Road the other day, which we did shoot a whole bunch of video. That'll be coming later this week.
Yes. It was a training exercise.
Yeah, we were teaching Gigi some of the really tricky lines on one trail. And we took some good video and talked about ways to do things and stuff. So that'll be coming out later this week after I spend time in the editing room. So I let Jessica go by me here again because she was doing 2 laps.
You too. I'm starting to run out of speed.
She was a 2-lapper.
I wondered the week before, I think it said she was in front of you.
Yep.
And then she was like nowhere to be found, and I don't know whether or not she might have wiped out, because when I saw her the next time around, wherever she was pretty muddy.
Oh yeah, we were all pretty muddy. I like this drop. This was fun once I figured out how to do it. And you got this little steepo thing there. Definitely, I didn't go off it the first week, and then the second week practiced a few times, because I was like, I don't know, I'm not a drop. I don't know, don't go off drops, because there's not that many out where we ride. But, you know, we figured it out. We just went for it. Thanks, guys, for hanging out with us. We appreciate it. This is the first time we've actually really sat down and streamed anything. Just thought this would be a fun way to put this video out there.
Yep.
I think it still might get edited down into something, but for the moment, we thought this would be a fun, relaxing way to spend a Monday evening.
Yeah.
All right, down we go. A little. Oh, I thought there was a jump in there. Was there a jump in there? We missed it?
No, not yet. But
right here. Right there. I turned that into a jump.
Nice. Now, see, I didn't go on this end of the course at all. I didn't even know really where you were.
Oh, yeah.
I knew you were this way over this way, but
yep.
I didn't make it over on this end at all.
No. Well, yeah, you did, because you're right here at this third drop.
Oh, you mean?
What did she find?
I dropped my Lego thing and on it.
Oops.
Wait a minute. It'll be all. Okay. So, what are you doing?
What do we got?
I got it. It's the little thing off the Ninjago's set.
Oh boy.
It keeps falling on the floor. My bad.
Puppies are eating Legos.
I think it's okay. I think I can save it.
You can save it?
You know.
Oh.
It's the thing.
Oh, the thing off the thing there.
Yeah, that I keep.
Gotcha.
Keep knocking.
All right, we're cruising again. We're coming up to the finish line. No, not yet. We got a little ways to go still. We are in 44 minutes. So yeah, we got 5 minutes left or so of the racing. Elliot's at the top of the hill up there. I didn't catch him. I did take the inside line here though. Of course, it was like going straight up. It was like, ouch.
Okay, so that makes sense because I saw Elliot come out of the woods.
Yep.
At the top.
Yeah.
And I'm like, so I was expecting you, and you weren't there.
I wasn't there. No, he got away from me. He did get away from me. I'm not quite sure why he got away from me, but he did get away from me.
My GoPro died, so I was filming you on my phone. I'm like, okay.
You're like, yeah, sure.
I know. I have a lot of video of people I don't know.
Ooh. That rock could have been a little smoother. It felt a little rough there. Oh my gosh. So I think I ended up staying pretty much behind this guy the whole rest of the way. I was riding well, but I was running out of steam. Starting to run out of steam. We still had to get up this hill, and then there's one more good downhill, and then the really tricky uphill. Like, it doesn't look.
Whoa, that looks a little sketch.
Well, you kind of aim your bike at the tree, and then just as you go over it, you just take a little bit of a right to not hit the tree. Well, that's the easiest line. It's not like. You know, you gotta just, yeah. That got walked over the first week by quite a few people.
Well, it's like
including me.
Bounce over that and right down the hill you go.
Well, yeah.
But you're not on the path, you're just going over the ravine.
Going in.
Taking a shortcut.
Shortcut.
Jump back up. Looked like you had it, that was all planned.
Sure it was. Sure it was all planned.
It was planned.
Yep. It was another of them steep spots. But it wasn't as steep as that other one, though. It's not. Almost to the last down. Getting there. This is kind of like your breather spot, because you know that there's one more down, and then there's the up, which when we get to it, you're gonna be like that doesn't look that bad, because it doesn't look that bad. It really doesn't, but it's definitely that bad. Well, so you got all this speed, and you get up this section right here, and you're like, look, that doesn't look that bad. But it definitely is bad.
Yep, I believe it.
It's not easy. Because here I am, like, oh, I'll just, go by this guy, climb up this hill, and then it's like, well, as you can tell, we're like just grinding, very slowly grinding.
I know, and I'm waiting for you to come out.
Might as well get off and walk.
Hey.
I didn't.
Awesome.
I didn't get off my bike though.
I know
I'm
you
still
didn't.
on my bike.
I know.
I didn't get off the bike. Stayed on it. Didn't walk up it. I didn't walk up anything this week. I didn't walk up much last week either. I think the only thing I walked up was the hill that everybody walked up. Maybe one other spot, because I almost crashed.
No, we're almost there. Yeah.
Almost there.
2 little hills left.
Got like a little cyclocross section through the grass. That's kind of what it was like.
It's us up there on the corner, up there to the left.
It's a little up and around. But yeah, this was a super fun race. It was a very fun event to ride in all 4 weeks. If you didn't watch all the other videos, they're all a little different. But check them out while you're at it.
On your right, on your right.
I had to sprint it out.
And I'm like, what is he doing?
Was going for it.
I'm like, I know, and I'm like,
It didn't matter, but I had to sprint it out.
Like, well, that was pretty obnoxious. I'm like, what is he doing?
Well, hey, now, sometimes you just gotta sprint it out.
I saw that.
You just gotta go for it. But that was week 4 of Farmall.
Yeah. So, there you go.
Super
Good
fun.
job, honey. I'm super proud of you. And I'm glad you had fun.
It was very, very fun. It was super, super fun. Anything else we want to show off while we're hanging out here?
Nope. That's it.
That's it?
That's it.
Don't have anything short?
Congratulations to all of you who completed the challenge. And
The challenge.
I'm very proud of you. So, go.
Oh, let's just watch real fast. I don't even know where it is.
The sign.
No, it's like 1 minute long.
Keep dropping the Lego pieces.
Is this it? Oh, yeah. Alright, so for those that that haven't been out to Dryer Road Park this year, or didn't make it out there last fall, is it going to play? Let's see if it plays. It will play. They put in a new machine-groomed trail called Rufus last year, and which is super, super fun. So if you haven't got out to Dryer Road Park and checked this trail out, then you're going to want to do that soon.
Number 4 and the last one. At the moment.
This is the day we did 4 laps. 4 laps of this year's circuit. But let's end with something speedy. What's your favorite part of this trail?
When I'm climbing across the trails taking pictures of you. He's
Nice.
like, here, get over here. And I'm like half falling off the side of the hill. He's like, no, you gotta get down low. What? I'm like,
Oh
like, yeah,
yes,
they have
when we
darn pictures, pardon me.
when we tried to make it cinematic.
Yes.
But yes, everybody, thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging out with us as we put week 4 of Farmall out there for y'all. We enjoyed the race series. Look for some more races from us this summer. Hopefully we can convince the kids and Gigi to at least make an attempt at one, just for the fun of it. But if not, I'm going to at least be there. A couple more cross-country races and maybe 2 enduros. We'll see. But thank you everybody for watching, and we'll see you guys all again pretty soon.
Bye.
Bye!